Good morning, Kasturians, and welcome to the second video of chapter Changes in the Arts. In this video, we will see the popular art forms like the Kalighat paintings and the national art, photography, literature, and music and dance. So let's start. In the previous video, we have discussed about the portrait paintings which was commissioned by the British officials and the elite people of the Indian society, and new traditions including the realistic landscape paintings which became a popular tradition. So it was in the 19th century that the Kalighat paintings, Kalighat, which is a place in Bengal, the Kalighat paintings became very popular, and in this it was basically the scroll painting where the images of gods and goddesses and mythological themes they were produced in a non-realistic and non-lifelike style, and these painters who were painting these paintings or who were producing these paintings, they were influenced by the surroundings, and later on these paintings were produced on different themes like the social and political themes, and the paintings which were produced by the court painters were very expensive and were commissioned. But on the contrary, the Kalighat paintings, they were inexpensive, or they were available at a lower price, that is even the poor people can buy them, as they were produced in large quantities or there was mass production of these paintings, and these paintings were made using watercolor, and these were drawn on paper, simple piece of paper. Also, the press, it also came up during this time, and it was the Calcutta Art Studio which produced lifelike images on different themes, and with the increasing sentiments of nationalism, these paintings they started carrying the nationalist messages also, and the religious symbols were used to express the nationalist ideas, like the depiction of India as a woman, that is Bharat Mata, who was considered to be a goddess or Devi. In this way, these paintings they tried to draw the different themes to inspire people to go and fight against the British rule. In the national art, a further revolution was there during the late 19th century and the early 20th centuries, like Raja Ravi Verma created a different style of his own, in which he used oil painting and tried to create realistic images. The themes from Indian mythology and from the epics like Ramayana and Mahabharata were painted by Raja Ravi Verma using oil paints, and the tradition of painting was popular. And in Bengal, when we talk about Bengal, it is Tagore family. So in Bengal, where Rabindranath Tagore was there, at the same time it was Abindranath Tagore who created a style of painting different from Raja Ravi Verma, and the painters of the Bengal school they revived the traditional Indian art forms of miniature paintings, and the style of mural painting was the most inspiring one for these painters. And Nandalal Bose, who was a follower and one of the best student of Abindranath Tagore, started painting scenes from the ancient legends, and he started using shade for a three-dimensional effect to the figures in his paintings. Photography also became popular from the mid 19th century, and it was the European photographers who traveled to India and start promoting and popularizing the photography. like Felice Vito, who photographed India during the revolt of 1857, and some of his counterparts like Samuel Byrne, they were more keen to record the moments of British military triumphs rather than to record the cultural diversity. So that's why the Britishers they are glorified in a subtle manner, and the Indians were also shown inferior to the Britishers, or the Indians were shown as backward lot. In literature, the Indian literature it matured during the 19th and 20th century. The religion was the main subject matter of literature along with mythology, but it was only related to the past which we have not seen. During this 19th and 20th century, the Indian literature grew and started adopting the secular and national themes as the main idea of the literary work. The individuals they became important, and the problems faced by these individuals and the struggles for freedom they became the central theme of the literary works. And the writing in different forms like in the form of novels, short stories, drama and essays it became popular especially during this period. And the literature of this period was very much guided and influenced by the spirit of freedom struggle, which influenced the struggle for freedom, and it became an instrument for promoting nationalism among the people. Writers like Munshi Premchand and Bharatendu Harishchandra, they used to write in Hindi. Muhammad Iqbal in Urdu, Rabindranath Tagore, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee and Sarat Chandra Chatterjee, who wrote their literary work in Bengali. Also, it was Fakir Mohan Senapati in Odisha, sorry, in Odia, who used to write his literary. Hemchandra Barua and Lakshmi Nath Besbora, they wrote in Assamese, and Hari Narayan Apte and Vishnu Shastri Chiplunkar, they wrote in Marathi. Kumaran Asan and Vallathol K. Narayana Menon, they wrote in Malayalam, and Gurazada Appa Rao in Telugu, and K. Venkatappa Gowda Putappa in Kannada, and last but not the least, Subramanyam Bharati in Tamil. These were the famous or great writers which used vernaculars for writing their literature. Also, we can see our national song, national anthem, it was all composed during this period. Rabindranath Tagore, he composed a song, and this song later on came to be known as our national anthem. Also, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee and Muhammad Iqbal, they wrote Bande Matram and Sare Jahan Se Acha. That is Muhammad Iqbal, he wrote Sare Jahan Se Acha Hindustan Hamara. These were some of the famous compositions of these great poets or writers. Like in the beginning of this literature part, I told you Munshi Premchand and Bharatendu Harishchandra, they used to write in Hindi. So Munshi Premchand, he wrote about the misery of the poor and the oppressed in Indian society. That's why. Also, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee's novel, that is Anandmat, it became the source of inspiration for the writers across the country. Also, Bengali poetry developed in the writings of Michael Madhusudan Dutt. Deenbandhu Mitra's play, that is Neel Darpan, which was about the indigo planters and the oppression faced by them. This depicted the atrocities of the British indigo planters, and an order was passed according to which the drama or public appearances in the form of drama they were banned, because the drama appeared to be a very strong medium to convey our message even for those who are not willing to understand or who were totally uneducated, but by looking at the gestures they can come to know कि yes, something new we have to see for. Also, the growth of press. See, the newspaper publishing in India, it was started by the Britishers, and by the coming of 19th century and later on, a powerful Indian press grew, which is having both in English and in the vernacular or the language which was made by the local people. The reformers, they started their own newspapers, or they were connected with the newspapers as regular contributors. So when the political consciousness of the people it awakened, then in the second half of the 19th century, the Indian newspapers, their number increased, but there were some newspapers who considered the British to be superior. Also, some of these newspapers, they were owned by the British, so these newspapers, they started supporting the British rule. Most others who were written in English and vernaculars, they evoked the aspirations of the Indians and the grievances of the Indians and their social, economic and political demands. They were given. Also, during the struggle for freedom, these newspapers, they were a powerful force to mobilize the people. Also, when we see most of the newspaper owners and the editors, they suffered persecution at the hands of the British if they started writing or publishing articles in support of the nationalist movement.